Hello, my lovely Taurians. Welcome to your reading for October 2021. This is a general reading for you, Taurus. It's a reading for Taurus sun, rising and moon sign. Listen to your rising sign and moon sign as well. It adds layers and depth to your monthly reading. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there that will be specific to you. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, you'd like to give me a thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. Works on the algorithm of YouTube, gets my video out there, and it enables me to bring more of these videos to you. My lovely Taurians, what's coming through for me here with you? There is a time of, it's a time of being still, just going with the current, just going with the flow of things, not setting things in motion, not pushing things through. It's just about doing the everyday. It's about being calm, putting one foot in front of the other, just getting on with life, knowing what your plans are, but also knowing with surety that you have the time to implement those when the timing is right. It's all about divine timing. There's no point trying to push something through and it's not working, but you're really wanting to continue to push that through. It's about knowing what it is you want and waiting for the right time. Understand that we're in Mercury in retrograde at the moment, so plans are going to be a little bit stop-start unless you really need to implement something or do something. It's best to wait till after Mercury is out of retrograde. But with you, it's about patience. It's about waiting for your time, just getting on with what you need to get on with. Still set your goals, because Taurians need to have goals. They need to know what's up ahead. Still set that, but be patient with the unfolding of it. I'm going to draw a card from the Divine Animal Oracle, which I've been shuffling here while I've been speaking to you. So I'm going to ask Spirit for a card, please, for Taurus. What is their totem? What is their animal energy, spirit energy for the month of October? What words of wisdom, what energy is coming to them? Okay, so what have we got? Okay. You've got the rhinoceros, moderation. The rhinoceros, moderation. That's interesting. You know, the rhinoceros is an endangered species. It's a very powerful species. Doesn't have any predators other than man, who hunts it for its horn. But it's a majestic, huge animal. Very, very powerful, but also very patient. It's about you harnessing that force, that power that is within, that desire, that goal setting, that desire to move forward, charge ahead, and just be calm and be patient. Bring in that calmness, that rhinoceros, calm energy, patient energy, slow moving energy. They do charge when the time's right, when they feel threatened or when they feel like they need to protect themselves. But normally they are quite placid. They are quite calm. It's about doing things in moderation, not being obsessed about a particular outcome and working towards it and pushing towards it, but rather wait for divine timing. Use that strength to know that you have got that strength and that courage behind you. But it's also about waiting for the right time to act. Because I feel like you have got time up ahead for you. I feel like you're at this sort of, you're in this cycle And I feel like you've already started journeying in through your cycle, but it's going to go 2022, 23. It's like this sort of cycle that's going to arch over, far-reaching to 2023. So patience. Harness that strength. That strength to me is confidence. What they're telling me here is your confidence, is your strength, is your surety. Knowing what direction you want to move in, know what you're striving for, but the completion of that goal is going to go over 2 or 3 years for you. It's not something that, okay, I'll set a goal and by Christmas it'll be done. No, it's more far-reaching than that. So it's about using that confidence and that strength in you in calmness and moderation, and know that you will get there. So that's the energy that's coming through for you for October. Let me create your Celtic cross and see what further information I can get for you, my lovely Taurians. Let's see what is ahead for you for the month of October. There we go. Oh, let me get that. It's an important one. Throwing the cards at me. Okay. It's quite a strong base that you're working with. And I feel like pushing too quickly, wanting the results to come up too quickly, you're going to settle for second best. You're not going to get the results that really are what you're deserving of. I feel like you're coming from a place of being successful. You have had success. There has been success there for you. And it's going to keep growing. So you've been celebrating something. What have you been celebrating, my lovely Taurians? You're feeling quite smug and basking in the sun of your success, of what you've achieved. So I really like that. As we move into October, you've got the Judgment card. So this is things that have been unresolved from your past, I want to say to you, they're going to come up, they're going to surface in October. This is what Mercury in retrograde does too. Things that are unresolved, that can be relationships, it can be work, it can be study, it can be family, it can be all sorts of, your job, anything that is unresolved, anything you haven't dealt with, that's going to come up for you. So it's going to come up either in your dreams or as thoughts. Your mind's just going to go there and think, oh, I haven't thought about that for a few years, or I haven't thought about that person for a while. Just something that's going to, what are they showing me? It's like a thorn in the side. You know when you sort of, you're walking barefoot and you get a little thorn or something sharp under your foot and you just can't move forward? You've got to stop and look at where it is and pull it out. This is what this is going to be. It's going to annoy you. There's going to be a level of annoyance of, this is really bugging me. I really need to do something about this. I need to act on this. I need to fix this. I need to discuss this, or I just need to process this. You may not need to talk to anyone about it. It may be just you looking at it in a different perspective and processing it. So that's going to come up very early on in October for you. So if it does, don't overthink it. Don't stress about it. Just it's more be the neutral observer. Look at it and go, well, they're interesting thoughts that I'm having. Or this person I haven't seen for years has come back up into my life. That's really interesting. So see what comes up for you very early on and how you're going to process it, because it's crossed with the Page of Swords. When you do that, when you deal with that, when you look at it, maybe change your perspective on how you're seeing a particular situation from your past, you're then going to be able to move forward into your future. You're going to be able to plan your future. There is planning here. You're going to be able to see into your future. So whether you repair a relationship or repair something that you can then work with and move into your future with, but it does impact on your future movement. So it is really something that needs to be addressed and looked at, because it is going to have an impact on how you plan and how you move forward. It could be dealing with family, dealing with some situation there as well. Okay, on a subconscious level, you see you've got the Ten of Wands. It's going to allow you to move forward. It's going to allow you to move forward with what you've learned about yourself, about somebody else, what wisdom you've gained, how you're dealing with things. So there's some shift, but it also then brings closure. That brings closure to you. So I hope that makes sense to you, it resonates for you, but I feel like it brings some sort of closure, some situation that's just been niggling at you. It's like this little thorn that you've got, you know, I just need to deal with that so that I can move forward unencumbered and pursue what I want to pursue. Because it's interesting, you know, that is in your subconscious. You know, you're really able then to move forward. In your reality, it is about bringing something that has been occupying your thoughts to a close. Making a decision, finally making a decision on something and bringing it to a close so that you can then move forward. Thank you. I'll put this one. Let's have a look at what that is. Moonlight. Yeah, it's something that is, you know, 5 and 1 is 6. 6 is an intuitive number. This is something that has been sitting in your subconscious, something that's been weighing on your mind, something that's been sitting there. Other people may not know about it or realize it, but it's something that has been in your subconscious that needs to be dealt with, that needs to come up, that needs to surface. Something that it's your shadow, bringing up your shadow self, not being self-deceiving, but really looking at things as the way they are. What do you need to look at? What do you need to look at? What does Taurus need to look at? Temperance, yeah. It's looking at it in a balanced way. Looking at it in a balanced way, in a calm way. This is the rhinoceros energy. Looking at it, being calm about it, being calm as to what's coming up, and looking at it objectively and finding a solution to it. That's going to be really important in getting that completeness, completing that cycle. Because I really want to say to you, I feel like I want to complete a cycle, because there's a new cycle that's starting up for you here. So let's complete the cycle. Let's put that to bed. Let's bring those endings in. So the very beginning of October, you have an opportunity to complete something, to put something to rest. And it doesn't have to be something that people see. It can be something within you, your perception and how you see things. It could be that as well, and putting it to rest, so that you can move forward with positivity and start this new cycle with a clean slate, so to speak. It's going to lead to you feeling so empowered when you've made those moves. Feeling empowered. The Emperor is very, very strong, is very confident, is very positive, is very things just happen. There's good fortune, there's prosperity, there's strength that comes with the Emperor, and that's how you're going to be feeling. So empowered, so strong. You're starting a new cycle, Taurus. There's a new cycle that's coming in for you, and it's one of great strength and positivity and confidence, knowing that what you want to achieve is there for you to achieve. So all good things are going to start coming to you. You're going to start seeing that towards the third week of October, when things start to move forward for you. You've also got the Six of Cups, and this is the Six of Cups is about healing your childhood, healing the past, moving forward, also creating your own reality. You know, this is about forgiveness. It's about you writing the script. How are you going to bring in these changes? What do you want to create in your reality? This is a childlike energy as well. So don't forget to also have fun. Don't forget to enjoy what's going on around you as well. Which one am I getting? This one. Okay. There's happy memories, you know, past memories as well, but being childlike. Writing your script, writing the narrative of you moving forward. You've got the Rainmaker. Again, you know, 4 and 2 is 6. Let me get the book because I want to read this to you. 6, again, the card of spirituality and enlightenment. The Rainmaker. Let's see what it says. Okay, let me get my glasses and let's find what the Rainmaker says. Isn't she beautiful? She's got these angelic wings. You can have a look at that. Okay, the Rainmaker is the master of manifestation who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, beauty, and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everything suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts springs to life again. And you know, this is you with this Six of Cups that you've got, you being the Rainmaker, you healing, you writing the narrative. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from elements that are already in your life. Things that, you know, this is creating the narrative from things from your past, which is the Six of Cups. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinating in your heart will burst forth, ready for the sunlight. Recognize how you are co-creating the world. Nothing is happening out there without your involvement. Remember that the world is only mirroring back to you the condition of your love and your intent. So change those within before you take any action. Do not take life personally. And that's what has been coming up for you in your reading. It's about healing the past. And you have an opportunity to do that at the beginning of October, because then you've got the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is creating. You know, you're creating, you're the architect of your future, you're creating what it is you're wanting, you're creating that new path from the past. Is going to help you formulate what it is you want moving forward. You know, things that have happened in our past also help us to recognize what it is we don't want. So you need that. You need that, what we say is negative, but you need that negative, you know, the challenges that come up in order for you to define what it is you want. How are you going to create this life of yours? It's adversity that teaches us, well, I don't want any more of that. This is what I want. There needs to be the contrast. Because then you've also got the Seven of Swords, and while there are challenges, it's about making the best of those challenges. The challenges that you've faced, what have you learned from them? How has that helped you formulate your future? So this is, you know, this is all, you're starting a new cycle of, you know, 2 or 3 year cycle. But it's important that you draw on what you've learned from the past so that you don't repeat it in this new cycle. What challenges have you faced? Use those. Use those for the good, for your growth. So important. Then you have, and what that's going to lead to by the end of October, it's time to be making choices and decisions. Opportunities, synchronicities are going to come up for you. Opportunities are going to come up for you to make choices in moving forward. So there are going to be opportunities there in the way of offers, in the way of your business, in the way of how you work, where you live. There's some sort of relocation happening here as well for some of you. So there's changes coming up. There's decisions to be made, and they are going to start by the end of October, seeing you into November with making those new choices and decisions. Oh, okay. You want me to? Okay. Let's see what those choices and decisions are going to lead to. What are those choices and decisions going to lead to for my lovely Taurians? For October, thank you. Okay, so intention. Let me read that for you. Wow, she's amazing. Lacking personal direction begets confusion and life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. So it's about you really knowing, setting the intention of what you want to create in this next 2 to 3 year cycle. What is it that you want to bring forward? She's also got this cloak, which is to me, spirit talking to you, the divine speaking to you. Look at that halo. You know, this is source, God, the universe, your guides, archangels, whatever you want to call it. They're going to be giving you inspirational thought to help you set the intention. That's going to be really important. So do the work early in October, because as October unfolds, there's going to be this forward movement that's going to see you moving into a cycle, for a new cycle for you. So that's making those choices. Set the intention. Don't just drift into this new cycle. Know what it is you want. Whoa. Okay, so what have we got here? The sugar glider. Change. There you go. The change. There's a change in cycle here. One cycle's completing with this Mercury in retrograde. When you come out of Mercury in retrograde, a new cycle is going to begin for you. The sugar glider is a change, and it's also about trust. The sugar glider jumps from branch to branch, from tree to tree. It leaps off one tree and flies across to the other tree. Never doubts that they're not going to make it to the other side. It never thinks about, well, I'm going to jump, but I might fall down and hit the ground and kill myself. They don't doubt their ability. They trust that when they jump, they're going to reach the other tree, the other side. And it's about gliding across. It's not even it's jumping and using the resources that they have in their wings to help them go to the other side. And so with this change of cycle that's coming in for you, my lovely Taurians, it's about trusting that the rhinoceros energy, be calm. There is strength behind you, but you don't have to show that strength. Be calm and patient, and move forward, knowing that what is yours will come to you. Be like the sugar glider and trust that you will be able to bridge that gap. You'll be able to move from one cycle to the other with ease. There's nothing you need to do that is going to require force. Let's see the divine abundance. Let's see what is coming up for you in divine abundance. Okay, let's have a look. Intuition. Intuition. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Listening to your heart, listening to your intuition. What is yours is going to come to you. Absolutely. So that's amazing. I really like that. I like your reading for the month of October, my lovely Taurians. So don't use that sort of bull energy of pushing ahead. This doesn't call for pushing ahead. It calls for being strong, but being calm and patient in that strength rather than using that force. No forcing in October. I wish you many blessings, my lovely Taurians. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a reading from there. If you like this video, if you give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that, as it helps my channel. Many, many blessings to you, my lovely Taurians.